Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, we got the 77 XL75 here. We got some new parts like front brake cable. Down here we got our side cover with our hardware and our shifter. We had to order the rear axle bolt and it came with the adjusters and all the spacers we need. Also had to order the foot peg mount because we didn't have it. It came with the kickstand also. Got some foot pegs for it. Got a new chain. New spokes to do the rear rim. And yep. So we got a bunch of new parts for it. I'm going to tidy this up. I'll show you how I did it after I get it all done. And I'm going to do a few of these parts by myself and then just show you the finished product. Get this thing all back together and we can take it out for a rip. Alright, so I made this little stand out of a couple pieces of 1.5 inch angle with some V notches in it. That way the axle can sit down in. Put it like a 4x4 piece of 10 gauge, weld it to the end of each one and put 2 holes. That way it's pretty sturdy. I mean, yeah, you're going to have some flex because this ain't very thick and it's way out there. I wanted enough room that way I can use this stand for multiple size rims. But yeah, so I think it's going to work out pretty good. We got to put all new spokes in this because as you can tell, there's a bunch of broken ones, there's missing ones and that. But we got new spokes here. We got our B's and A's, our spoke wrench. I'm going to go through, go ahead, take all the old ones out and put the new ones in. Get this thing all trued up and I'll show you guys the finished product. Alrighty guys, got the new spokes in. Got it all nice and tight. This is my first time doing it, respoking a rim, and I feel like I did pretty well. I feel like I got it pretty true. So, pretty satisfied how it turned out. It took me about, I don't know, half hour, maybe a little longer to cut the old spokes out and then relace it. I'm going to clean these surfaces up right here. And I'm just going to take electrical tape and wrap it across a couple of times around the rim to cover up the nipples. That's what my friend does. He's had pretty good luck with it, so that's what I want to do. And then we can put our new tube on and tire and get it mounted back onto this thing. Still got to finish the wiring. Got the new front brake cable installed. Front brake works, so that's good. Gotta finish putting the foot pegs on along with the kickstand, put the cover and shifter on, but that's after I tidy up the wiring. I gotta locate the rear brake for it. That way we can get that all tidied up too. And then just a little bit odds and ends and this bike should be ready to rip. Alright, so we got the new used tire put on. It's a Scorpion by Pirelli, Scorpion MX. And it's good for mid to soft conditions, and it's a 90 by 100 by 14. I'm not sure if they still make this tire or not. I've had this tire sitting around. It came off of a RM80 and I figured this would be perfect for the XL75 because there's plenty of life on it. I just spun it 180. That way we got a nice flat surface here, and it does have a brand new tube in it. But as you can see, I put zip ties at every crossing in the middle here, and I'm not exactly sure what the point is for that, other than maybe the help from these vibrating too bad and backing these off. but I've gotten several bikes with either zip ties or wire right here, so I figured why not go ahead and do it. Didn't really cost me anything and didn't take up that much time either. But this tire is ready to go onto the bike. Once I figure out what I did with the brake hub, I no idea where I put it, so I gotta find that. And then I got the foot pegs on. They're loose right now, along with the shifter. That way we can finish up the wiring and then put the cover on, and then we'll snug everything else up. Got the kickstand mounted also, and yeah, coming along. Alrighty, so we're coming along on the XL75. Got the wiring all tidied up. Got it running right across here and down. Most of it's tucked up behind. I'm gonna put a zip tie to hold it tight there. I got the original cover. This piece right here is broken, so I may take a zip tie right here and run it right through there. But this is the original cover for this bike. I got the shifter on. I straightened it all out. That way it works nice now. Got the foot pegs all mounted. Unfortunately, apparently I ordered the wrong length of chain, and we're about 3 lengths short. So I'm gonna have to order a new one. Yes, I have it all the way forwards, trying to get it to work, and I do not have this size chain laying around. I got some 428 and 520 chain, but no, I do believe this is 420 chain. I don't have any of this, so I have to order a new chain for this. That way we can actually ride it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting the gas tank on and the seat. We'll put fuel in it, start the bike up, warm it up, drain the oil out, and put fresh oil in it. I do have some other parts coming in that I could not find. I don't think I ever had, which is the air boot that goes from our air box to our carburetor. That's coming. I have the rod that holds the rear brake in place coming. I could make one, but I want to try to keep this as original as possible without doing the natural like full resto on it. So I got a used one coming, and then I got the pieces here. It's a little pin with a hole drilled in it that slides right in here, and then this will sit in there like that. You'll have a screw that a nut that roll up to the back of it, and then when you press down on the brake, it'll activate it. So that's coming in also. I do believe that's it though. Oh, I got a front number plate coming because I know this is an XL, but we're not going to be able to run headlights. I'm sure we could probably figure out a way, but I got a xl75 front number plate that's going to be put on, so it won't look so naked, and it'll be complete. But yeah, the clutch feels good. The front brake works. So getting there. Oh, I also went ahead and put zip ties on this one too. That way it matches the back. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put the gas tank and seat on. We'll put some fuel in it, start it up, let it warm up, and then we'll drain the oil out, put fresh in, and then when the chain shows up and the other parts, we can finish this thing up. Alright guys, got the bike all back together. Just put fuel in, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and start this thing up. It's cold. Check the oil. Oil level's good. We're just going to warm it up, and then we're going to drain it out. We'll take it back in the house to drain it. I just don't want to be running this in the house for a long period of time. So let's see how many kicks it'll take to start this thing. We'll throw the choke on. Good old Honda. Well, she's been running for a few minutes now. Should be warm enough to change your oil. And when I did the wiring with the newer style stator and that, because we eliminated the points system off of this, we've got I think it's a 94 XR80 electronic on this. So it'd be your stator, your flywheel, your CDI, coil and that. And we were able to wire the original kill switch from this 77 XL75 to our 94 XR80, so we could use that, because this is all one unit right here. So your brake, your kill switch, and your twist throttle is all one unit from the original 77 XL75. And it's very simple. It's just 2 wires. You just got to figure out which 2 wires that you need to plug into, and there you go. But yep, should be warm enough. We'll take it inside and change the oil out. Alright, so this drain plug is a 17 millimeter. You'll undo that, and what I like to do is take the dipstick, crack it open, that way air can get through and you can get all the oil out. Alright, so this motor, what I read online says it takes about 1 quart. It's 0.95 quarts of oil. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 quart in, check it with the dipstick, and then add more if we need to. Alright, we're at the full mark. We're good. We'll check it after we run it, but that'll be it for this guy until we get our parts in. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up what we can do on this XL75, and just gotta wait till our parts come in. The chain was my bad. I thought it was a 94 link, and I needed a minimum of 98. So we got one of those, a new chain coming in. I got 110, so I should have plenty. I can take some out. So we're waiting on that. We're waiting on the boot for the air box, and then parts for the rear brake. Other than that, this thing is ready to go. It's been a while since I've had it, and it's nice to finally see this thing complete, back together. Obviously, we didn't do anything crazy. We just, used parts that we had, found the parts, ordered some parts, and that. And nothing special, not a full resto. Just keeping it pretty much original, like the gas tank, seat, fenders, grips, handlebars, controls, the exhaust, kicker, skid plate, carburetor, and that side cover is all original. And I feel like they're in really good shape for being a 77, 87, 17, 44-year-old bike. And it's in pretty good shape. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up what we can do on the XL75. We got it running. We used a newer stator system from a 94 XR80, which obviously works out great. Don't have to worry about points no more. It eliminated that giant wiring harness that we didn't need, because we didn't have all the lights that this thing had when it was new from the factory. It would have been nice to have that stuff, but just don't have it, and this is a cheaper route. Got the front brake all ready, got the rear wheel set up, was able to save that rim. for this bike being a 44-year-old bike, the graphics look good. The seat's in really great shape. The rear fender, front fender's in good shape. The side cover is in good shape other than that little piece that's broke off. I mean, these are the original grips. I can't imagine this bike having too crazy amount of hours on it, because I mean, that front tire might even be original. I don't know. I had to look and see what the original front tire would have been for this bike. But I just think some kid got it, you know, ran the balls off of it real quick, and then tried messing with it, and messed up with the wiring, because there was a crap ton of wires on this thing, you know, because it had turn signals, it had a headlight, brake light, stuff like that on it, so it needed all those wires. Plus it was running the old point system, which we eliminated because we used a 94 Honda XR80 stator flywheel CDI. We got like 10 wires on it now instead of 50 wires. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out. Leave any comments also. If you guys want to become a subscriber, you can click over here. If you guys want to watch my last video, you can click over here. And I'll catch you guys next time.